So, I haven't filmed a vlog really except my room tour since I got here at Florida, and I probably should do that. So, we're gonna talk about some things, and I have them on a post-it note because I have a lot of things to talk about. Alright, so, check-in day. Check-in day for me was the 8th, I think. It was a Tuesday. The second day of check-ins, we got there at 3:45 in the morning. We were 6th in line, and we got Chatham. Check-in and casting and all of that ended about 10:30 for us, so it went pretty quick. You know, the only piece of advice I can have is make sure everyone in your room meets up after you finish filling out your agreement paper on the housing stuff, which is when you split up by alphabetical order and get your place you're working at. Alright, traditions was boring, mostly. The first half an hour of traditions, I literally fell asleep. I heard safety begins with me so many times that I just want to bop myself in the head. Though the rest of it went really cool, and we got our name tags, and Mickey Mouse gave me a kiss on the cheek, and yeah, it was awesome! Yeah. Traditions is kind of an experience that you just have to experience, cause yeah, I can't tell you about it completely. That's not gonna work out that well. I work in Magic Kingdom, so my first day of training was called Once Upon a Time Is Now, and it's just like the Keys to the Kingdom tour, and then you split off and find out where you're working, which for me is, I'm in Tomorrowland, which is, cannot talk for a minute. Okay, I work at Tomorrowland, and I work on Astro Orbiters, People Mover, and Stitch's Great Escape. Sorry, we have elephants that live above us, apparently. Alright, so I work on those 3 rides. I found that out. I'm the only one in my training group, so I got done 2 hours early and just rode rides and stuff and helped clean earpieces with the training staff. Of course, there is a lot of fun things that go on here. Parks, people over, housing events. So far, we've only had one housing event, which I didn't film any of because I was too tired from work. But yeah, after your first day of traditions, you'll be giving your first day of traditions, you only have one day of traditions. You'll be given your blue ID, which I don't have with me right now, it's in my room, so it'll stay in my room. Anyway, you'll get that, and that will let you into the parks. It won't really work for 72 hours, so that kind of sucks, but they know to let you in, so they'll let you in. Ours don't have pictures on them, so some people will ask you for your picture ID, so make sure you have at least your housing ID with you at all times. You need it at any times anyway, or else you can't get on the buses or into the apartments. So, yes, bring that. Okay, fun. Our housing event was it was Mary Poppins something. You got these giant umbrellas that say Disney college internship program thing on them, and you got pizza, and you got to dance, and if you wanted to wait in the huge long line, you could meet Mary Poppins and Bert and penguins, but I didn't want to wait in a line, so I didn't do that. Yeah, and other than that, I mean, pretty much the whole time here is fun, so, I mean, you don't really have to worry about not having fun. You just won't have fun if you're being a butt face, and that's the only way you won't have fun. And, okay, work. I work, as I've said, in Tomorrowland, and I work a lot, or I have been, because I just found out my schedule for next week and I only work 32 hours and I'm really sad. Okay. Training for attractions, at least my attraction, takes 6 days, so that's a little long. I know Speedway is only 3, so depending on where you work, you'll be training for a long time. When you train, you basically have someone walk around with you. They'll show you how to do the thing, and then you do it, and then you go read a book on that thing, and then you go do the thing some more. So it's pretty repetitive, but you get it down. And then you have a day of assessment, and that's nerve-wracking. I'm absolutely terrified I'm going to do horrible on my assessment, and if you do bad on your assessment, you have to do it again. And if you fail it, then you're placed somewhere else. You have to take the buses to work, and, well, unless you have a car, but I have to take buses to work. And buses really suck. Don't they, Casey?
They're terrible.
See, she says they suck. I would show her, but I don't think she wants to be on camera, so.
No.
That's my roommate, Casey. So buses suck. They're not on time. I had a bus driver run into a pole once. So give yourself like an extra 45 minutes for the buses. I leave at 4 o'clock for like a 6 o'clock shift at Magic Kingdom, just because it takes that long. If you don't want to leave that far in advance and you work at Magic Kingdom, keep in mind you do have to take another bus once you get to West Clock, which is the place where you get on the West Clock bus. So you need to give yourself 15 minutes for that, and then you clock in 15 minutes early. So if I had a 6 o'clock shift, I would need to be at West Clock at 5:30, so I can get on the West Clock bus and I can get to the tunnels by 5:45, and then clock in and then walk. And so it takes a long time, and it takes like an hour to get there anyway on the buses. So yeah. But I'm pretty much dead right now, so prepare for that. Everyone here is sick, because it's winter. I mean, despite being in Florida, it is still winter, so we do still get sick here. I had the flu for a day. I don't know if it was food poisoning or the flu, but we're just going to say it's the flu, because that's more appealing than food poisoning. And now I have a cold. That's why you wear all your winter gear you're given with your uniform if you work outside. And yeah, so prepare to be exhausted, prepare to have no energy. I cooked a frozen meal the other day, and that's something I said I would never do. So things happen. You get tired. You don't even have enough energy to throw noodles in a pot on the stove. Another thing I have some for like advice is to make your lunch, because while they do sell food in the cafeteria, it does get expensive, and you won't make that much money. And a sandwich is much cheaper than buying a sandwich there at Subway, which is like $4. So yeah. If you have any questions, just ask them below. The little typey thing. I'm drinking my newfangled version of soda, bubbly water and juice, or I guess it could be a mocktail. Trying to save some money this way, instead of buying soda, which is actually probably more expensive, but it's better for you. So, we don't have ice in our freezer because our ice machine is broken, so keep that in mind. You might not have ice, so we bought these cute little Mickey things. We have maintenance issues all the time, like our fridge leaks. One of the burners on our stove does not work. Our dishwasher was burning the other day. I guess they fixed it now because it didn't burn today when we did wash dishes. Our blinds were all broken, and they fixed those. I already told you guys about the cleaning thing, but yeah, it's been bad. It's been terrible. So prepare for that. Alright, guys. Well, I hope I'll see you soon. And yeah, have a magical day.